A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, 51 in. 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, kill.
Now Elliott. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 39 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Down. You ready? Here we go.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's got this one across mid. Field into Cowboy territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Here comes the ball.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
Exit. Express.
From midfield, here's Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On first and 10, Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. This is Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott, he's going to look end zone here. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Carr into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr going to throw. Caught by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 97 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. They came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Check, 59. Watch the run. They're running it.
Now Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Richard lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they meant...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. 65 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
their own 34-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, Carr again. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180. What's up?
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Carr to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darren Worley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Check 93. 93.
Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. The Raiders do snap, and it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays to keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. For 6. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. The end result, 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. Boy, another big play late here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Forbath to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawk.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. To throw is Carr, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing here, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.